RIN TV coverage of the 2015 NAPSLO Convention is brought to you by the Lexington Insurance Company.
Risk Placement Services has been on a shopping spree of late, locking down 10 acquisitions over a 3-year period. We spoke with RPS President Joel Cavaness during the recent NAPSLO Convention about his M&A strategy, the economy, the Affordable Care Act, cyber risk, and more. Here are the highlights.
Well, although it has been a fairly calm season thus far, I know that the El Nino parts are going to have major impacts. It's hot out here. It's in California, it's in San Diego, and here we are 90-degree days, way different than we've had normal. That impacts lots of different things, and as you say, the flooding, the different things, the type of storms that we're getting, less storms, maybe they're going to be bigger, seeing a lot more Pacific activity. But I do believe that the property market is positioned should a major event occur. We've been saving our money for many years now. I think that you would find if you, when people read the new AM Best report especially on the surplus lines industry, we've always been prepared for the major impact of a storm, and we would be able to weather that would it occur. It would take a major event to dynamically shift our business right now because the property market is so well prepared, well capitalized, and prepared for any kind of an event. Affordable Care Act is really having two major impacts to the healthcare industry. On the medical malpractice side, what's occurring or what you're seeing is so many large hospital chains now are working their way down to the smaller towns, the smaller chains. They're merging and buying more firms because they have to be able to do that to keep up with the impact of what they're able to get paid through the Affordable Care Acts and some of that work. You're also seeing many smaller doctor groups or doctors merging with larger firms because it's almost impossible for them to keep up with regulations and costs and the different things that impact their business. So when you're seeing a lot of the small doctors basically group up with the large doctor groups or the large hospital chains, and that impacts the way that the healthcare industry is affected. Now, what it's also going to do, or what we believe it's going to do, is as you move away from that into workers' compensation and more areas that healthcare costs are going to escalate, driving loss costs up. And so it will impact your workers' compensation line, some of your lines where you're dealing with catastrophic injury and different factors like that, because it's going to drive your GL costs or your workers' compensation costs up because, in effect, you have to spread what's coming out of the private market into the other occupational areas. Cyber liability is such a new area. We have new risks coming up every single day. It's very difficult to assess every risk because they're so different in the way that you operate your portal or your website, or how you collect and store and secure your data. Everybody collects enormous amounts of information today. Data bits are everywhere. And assessing that risk really is going to come down to, I believe, less people or more people outsourcing collection, storage, and security of data versus trying to collect it on their own and leaving themselves open to cyber attacks. Trying to lay that risk off to people who can store massive amounts of data without having to worry as much about a hacking event. We've seen a lot of headline cyber hacking lately. The Ashley Madison was enormous amounts of information provided to open the eyes to everybody worldwide to the risks of providing information on a website with credit card information, personal information, and all of that. So I think that as we go, as we learn from this, the ability for people to maybe think twice about what information that they want to provide to any site, not just secure sites. And we have a tendency to click the I agree button, maybe way too quick without ever reading what you are agreeing to. We wouldn't do that in a normal day-to-day activity, but we do it almost every day when we go on and we log on to any particular site. I think the insurance community industry is coming to grips, at least with the insurance part of it, and being able to work with insurers once they have a breach and working in advance to get to it quickly. We have been in situations in risk placement services where we've had data breaches from some insureds, and the coverage that we put in place did a fast track to solving the problem early, getting out there, and it's really all about how you're going to handle the breach. A lot of it is just like any other activity. How you handle it once it happens is as important as having a loss at all. Yeah, all through RPS's history, we've done mergers and acquisitions, and people speak of acquisitions. We truly look at them as a merger of two organizations coming together to hopefully make it better for us after and for them after. It provides a lot of opportunity for us to grow geographically through product development, through just geographic expansion, or just a different territory or different market sector. Could be in transportation, it could be in cyber, it could be in D&O, it could be in a lot of different areas. So we continue to do, we've done about 45 mergers in our entire history. We think we're really good at it. It makes for a good succession for people who look at their largest asset, which is most of the time their business, and give them a really good way to monetize that investment and put it in a way to help us grow faster. We try to look at these businesses and say, your business with our business, it can make 1 and 1 add up to 3, 4, and 5. And so we'll continue. We are continuing to look at mergers. We've done 4 this year as of next week. We'll look to do at least a couple more before the end of the year. But we provide a lot of things to a merger partner that they wouldn't have before in a lot of succession areas, and a lot of training, and a lot of career development, talent management, and different things. And it really helps them provide more product, more things for them to provide to their customers down the road. So well, we like that. We will continue to do that, and we look to have another successful year.
For more of our coverage of the 2015 NAPSLO Convention, visit the RIN TV On Demand Library.